Alright, time for a bit of an update on Falkor. He's just had his 72,000 kilometre service, for which I had to take the bash plate off. Now here is the bash plate. Cleaned out all the muck from inside it. I've collected and examined how it's been doing on my little off-road pursuits. Okay, so now there's quite a lot of scuffing along there. That is exactly where the sump is. The sump plug is about there. Good protection. That was going over all that stuff that I did on my little single track run. There's lots of little scuffs and bumps. It's been doing a great job. It's completely stayed in its original shape. Very happy with that. Up on my tyres, my Shinko 705's. Alright, still plenty of tread on the front. I'll be going on the back. On the rear, it's just starting to look a little bit squared off, but not much, still plenty of tread on that. Let me just consult my log. I keep a log of everything. Let me see. The rear was put on at 68500, so that's 3,500 kilometers the rear has done. Not bad. By the time I'd done that on the Continental TKC80s, they were half done. The front has done, where's the 65580? Yeah, front's done 6,500 kilometers. Looking pretty bloody good. Now, one thing I need to do is possibly, if I can get it back together in time today, I'd like to take it out for a ride in the wet. Because I've never really tried these tyres much on wet bitumen. I've been in a bit of mud, they did alright. I'd like to try the bitumen. I had a little quick ride in wet bitumen the other day. A little bit of slippage come out of a roundabout. Could have just been a bit of oil in the roundabout. They seem pretty good, but I'd like to give them a proper test. Alright, better get the old bash plate back on. 8 bolts. Off we go. Alrighty, first time I'm really having a chance to ride in the rain, wet conditions, slippery conditions. Since I got the Shinkos, since I got the new jacket, the DriRider adventure jacket, and since I got the new helmet, the Shark Adventure R. No, what is it? Explorer. Yeah, one of them. So, cold, greasy tyres. I'll start off, go around town a bit, warm it up. It's time to see how all this stuff is going to work together. It's pretty cold, well, for here. I've only got a t-shirt on, I've got my warmth layer in, I've got my waterproof layer in, the jacket. So far so good. Still not warmed up, so I'm going to take it easy around the first roundabout. Plus there's a car coming in from my right. It's alright mate, I've seen you. Thanks for being careful. Now that I've slowed down, I'm fogging up a lot. Obviously I haven't pushed it much yet, but traction's fine so far. I'm definitely warm enough with all this on and just a t-shirt, so that's good. If I get into severe cold weather, just a few more layers underneath, I'm sure it would do it. Oh, that did alright for traction. Yeah, giving it a bit of juice out of roundabouts, doesn't seem to do anything too drastic. Well, I'll take it out in the main road a bit, get it more warmed up, see how it feels. Part of the reason I went for a little gentle ride around town first is because I've just been watching the MotoGP, and I don't know if it affects everybody like this, but you watch a MotoGP, jump on your bike and you want to get down behind the screen and pull the throttle right back. So just wanted to get that out of my system. This is not the weather or the bike or the tyres to be doing that on. Oh, getting pretty wet through the gloves and everything, and it's enough rain to be getting wet, and nothing at all through the jacket yet, which is good. I mean, everything I've ever tried seems to eventually fail in torrential rain, but so far so good with the jacket. The tyres are feeling pretty bloody reliable so far, and it's pretty greasy conditions. Traction fine coming out of there. Yep, now they've warmed up. They're feeling pretty bloody good actually. I was expecting not to go too well on the wet bitumen. Obviously depends on the exact situation, a little bit more muddy. I'm not pushing it as far as I would in the dry obviously. But I'm giving it a fairly good go. Just to see if I feel any. No, I haven't lost the traction at all. A bit of hard braking before the corner, felt fine. Obviously, look, I'm not doing anything fucking rutty. I don't want to come off and go, that's how bad they are. Well, I have to say, I think the tyres are performing really well for 70% road tyres. Slippery wet bitumen, bloody great. Oh, a little bit of a slip there, that's alright. A little bit of a slip there. Okay, that's as hard as I'm going to push it. And that's fairly hard. I guess the other thing I'm trying out is my Shark Adventure boots. There they are. Feet are totally dry. So verdict, pleased as punch with the tyres. I'm really sold on these tyres now. Shinko 705's. They're just good enough in the dirt and mud. They're fine on the road. They're actually on the dry road, they're just as good as any tyre. On the wet road they're pretty bloody good. I'm not sure how they would perform in really extreme off-road conditions, deep sand, deep mud. It could be beyond them, but you know, I've picked the happiest medium. I do a lot of road miles to get to a lot of off-road miles. Here comes somebody there. But of course, happy as hell with the bike. 72,000. Well done. Plenty more to go. Well, that's all worked. Don't know if you can see that. All the water from within my wet liner just came down over the top of my overpants. I didn't get any water inside.